How's it going out there today? Today I decided I'm going to do a video on what shot shells you would use in a home defense scenario. I watched a lot of videos about home defense weapons, and the shotgun was always one of the top 5 or 10 weapons, but no one ever really talked about what shot size to use. I've heard people say that birdshot's better, buckshot's better, slugs are better. So we're going to try some different buckshots, some different bird shots, maybe even a slug, and let's just see what the outcome's going to be. So this is the shotgun I'm going to be shooting out today. It is a Mossberg, I believe it's the 590 model. It's kind of like a Persuader, but it has a 23-inch barrel, and it's the 8+1 model, which means it has 8 shells in the magazine and then 1 in the barrel. I have here a ATI foldable stock on it that I put on myself. Folds out just like that. And then there's also a flashlight slash laser that I have on there because this would be my home defense weapon. Alright, so one of the first shots we're going to be using today is going to be 8-shot, and I chose 8-shot because it's normally about the cheapest shot you can get. For a box of like Federal ammo 8-shot, it's going to be about $6-7 compared if you get into like your steel shot, like your 2-shot, stuff like that, that can run up to like $30. You start getting the mags. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to fire 2 shots at this target, and we're going to focus on the spread so much. We're going to take 1 shot at 5 yards and then 1 shot at 10 yards. I feel that would probably be about the average of a home defense scenario. So this is going to be 8-shot at 5 yards, and I'm going to shoot all the 5-yard shots in the top right corner, since the spread's not supposed to be just about any bigger than about 5 inches or so. And then for the 10-yard shots, I'm going to shoot right in the middle. Helps if I load it first. Alright, and as you can see right here, this was about 8-shot at 5 yards, minus pretty much all this stuff right here. The focus of the pellets went in right there. I was aiming at the dot, blew a big hole with a little bit of spread around, which I'd say probably about 5 inches spread. If you're shooting a full choke, they always say for every yard the spread's going to be about an inch, so it should be about a 5-inch spread at 5 yards, and then about a 10-inch spread at 10 yards, 15-inch spread at 15 yards, so on and so on. Now for our 10-yard shot, I shot a little bit high again. These big holes right here, that's from the wads and stuff like that. Now the actual spread itself is a little bit all over here. There's some over here, some down here. So it stayed in probably about a 10-inch circle as I kind of expected. Alright, the next shot size that we're going to be using is 6-shot, and these are Super X pheasant loads. They're high velocity, made for hunting obviously. And this is going to be 6-shot at 10 yards. So, real fast, when I was shooting, you may have saw that I had the flashlight slash laser on there. I just put it on not that long ago. This is the first time I shot it since I've had it on. And after those 2 bird shots, it actually blew the front of the laser out because the recoil was so bad, and this laser is a cheap piece of crap apparently. And I'll kind of let you get in there. I don't know if you can see that, but let me untwist this, and now I just have a hollow tube. Yeah, so that's what you get. Got to return that now. Okay, so as you can see here, this was 6-shot at 5 yards. You can see that the holes are a little bit bigger than the 8-shot. Hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. And so when you're close, all the wads the pellets are still pretty much in one big wad. So you have one big wad going through right here, kind of like a slug, and then some surrounding spray. And as I shot from the 10 yards, I've been shooting, it shoots a little bit high, so I'm going to start having to aim a little bit lower. You can see that the spread is actually pretty good. There's even a few clear up here, and so, but the majority of the pellets stayed and been about right there, which would be, I would say, a pretty good shot. You shot someone in the chest with that, they'd definitely be incapacitated. Not so. That last shot that you guys saw, that was my bad. That was actually 5-shot. I was wondering why the pellets looked a little bit bigger than what 6-shot would be. But so now let's do the 6-shot. We'll skip the 5-shot and we'll go straight to 4 right after this. So this is gonna be 6-shot at 5 yards. Say that 6-shot, they were high velocity 1.5 ounce loads, full brass. They had a lot of recoil, and keep in mind that gun has no recoil pad on it. It's a plastic stock, so you take the entire thing right into your shoulder. Okay, as you can see, this was at 5 yards. It was basically a giant slug. The hole's pretty big, as you can see, compared to my finger. Stick like 3 fingers in there, that's what she said. Yeah, if you were 5 yards and you took that right in the chest, you'd be dead. There's no surviving that. And then if we go up to the 10-yard shot, got a bullseye, kind of, with a shotgun. I know it's not that impressive. But anyways, you can see the majority of the pellets still went through the middle, and I'm guessing also so did the wad. Which I've actually, if you shoot pretty close, I've seen wads stick into like thick wood. It's kind of ridiculous. So they're. This time we're gonna be shooting 4-shot. This is Federal Ammo 4-shot. Pretty big pellet in a 4-shot. So I was kind of surprised with actually the spread and the difference between that 6-shot and the 4-shot. That was a little bit confusing. But anyways, as you can see, this was at 10 yards. The majority of the pellets are about right here, and then they spread all the way out to about right there. There's a few over here, a few over here, a few over here. But the majority of them is about right there, and probably like about a 3x3 inch group. Very deadly if you were, you know, shot in the chest with that. And let's move up here to the 5-yard shot. Again, actually still a pretty big spread. I'd say about all in all, probably like a 3x3 inch spread of the majority of the pellets, or just about all of them actually. But then again, the wad and the majority of the pellets in the middle went right there. So that would be a really good shot to have right in the chest because. Alright, next up we were getting into the buckshot. That was it for the birdshot, the 4-shot. Kind of finalized it. Next shot we're going to have is this 4 buckshot, and it comes with 27 pellets, and then when we start getting to the buckshot, it tells you how many pellets are in there most of the time. But first shot, 5 yards, we put it in the bottom right corner, and then 10-yard shot, I'm going to put it right in the middle. So, see how the spread is. So number 4 at 5 yards. This is going to be number 10, 4 buck at 10 yards. Excuse me. Alright, so as you can see at 5 yards, the spread was about 6 inches or so. The majority of them is right there, so that would be a really good, I'd say, home defense round. You can use it to deer hunt, though, legally in some states. And then the 10-yard is actually a really big spread. It spread basically from here all the way, even a few landed clear up at the top here. Big spread. It would really pepper someone nice and good. We have our number 1 buck, which is 16 pellets. Alright, so this is going to be number 1 buck at 5 yards in the bottom right corner. And this is going to be number 1 buck at 10 yards. Okay, so I don't know if you can really see there. It came with 16 pellets. All 16 pellets obviously hit, but there's probably like 3 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. Really nice group, probably about a 3-inch group or so, real tight. That would be really good if it hit him right in the chest. This big hole right here, don't pay really attention to that. There might have been 1 or 2 pellets there, but that was where the wad flew and stuff. At the 10-yard has, I think, like a basically perfect spread. All right around there, still perfect right in the chest where your lungs and your heart would be, and all the pellets are definitely big enough to kill someone. I'd say, I can't remember what 1 buck caliber technically is. Alright, next we're going to talk about, this is the most common self-defense, home defense shot I would say there is. It's double-aught buck, and that is, there's 9 pellets, and each pellet is like 30 caliber, 33 caliber, or something like that. You can get some special low recoil ones that have 12 pellets and stuff like that, or you can get some high velocity ones that have 8 pellets. These are just going to be, these are cheap target buckshot rounds. Okay, so this is going to be double-aught buck at 5 yards in the bottom right corner. And at 10 yards. Alright, so you can see the 5-yard shot, really tight group, like a 2-inch group, 2x2 I would say. If you I cannot talk. If you shot someone right in the chest, that would be very lethal. Real tight group, you know, as I said before. And there are 9 pellets of 30 caliber, which is like really close to a 9 mil, I think, if I'm thinking correctly. And if you go up to the 10-yard spread, let's say about a 3.5-inch circle. Got about 4 pellets up here, 1 kind of straggler over here, and then there's 3 down here, and there's 2 right there, I think. Still really good. There's a reason why double-aught buck is the most common home defense caliber. We're here, and this is going to be our last shot shell. We got to the double-aught buck, and instead of just shooting 1 slug like I probably wouldn't do in ever home defense scenario, I got a really good treat for you guys. I got this Winchester PDX-112 Defenders. What it is a 1 slug and 3 double-aught buck copper-plated pellets behind that. So I found this is literally meant just for home defense, and I figured, hell, let's give that a try. It's actually a pretty cool combo, because if you miss with the slug, you're pretty much bound to hit with the pellet. Okay, so first off is what I want to say is these PDX-1 rounds, they look pretty sweet. They're all black, even kind of have like a tint to the brass on the back. Real sweet looking round. But instead of shooting 1 at 5 yards, because I'm assuming that all the pellets would just be right behind the slug, so it would just be like a slug shot, I'm going to do 1 at 10 and then 1 at 15. So first one's going to be 10, and then second one's going to be 15. And I'm really excited. I've never bought this ammo before. I wanted to see how it works. Helps if I cock it first. Okay, so those kicked pretty good, but still a lot of fun to shoot. One of those, I think in this one was the wide, because it went in real smooth, but it kind of broke out right there too. So let's say that was the slug, and here is all of your buckshot pellets. Pretty good shot, shoots pretty accurate, a little bit high. I think that was more my fault. But yeah, that slug, getting hit by a shotgun slug is serious business. You know, they're big calibers, and then the 3 smaller pellets behind isn't going to help. Now, let's go to the 15-yard shot. Here's where the slug hit. That looks real cool. Nice, perfect little circle. And then here's one of the buckshots about 4 or 5 inches out. The other one's about 4 inches out, and the other one's probably about another 4-inch spread or so. So overall, it's a pretty big spread, but still, I'd say at least 2 of the pellets and the slug would have hit someone right in the chest. So If that slug hits you, you're definitely down, but I wouldn't, as I said before, rely on just one slug. You guys had a lot of fun making this video. Again, this is what I was shooting out of. It's a Mossberg 590, the 8+1 model. It was originally just a pistol grip, and I decided to put the ATI collapsible stock on there just for fun. It has a heat shield, which you don't need, but just kind of makes it look a little badass. And if you notice, the light is gone because it did blow off after the recoil. So very cheesy, crappy light that I paid like 50 bucks for, so definitely gonna go return that. But I would say for my home defense round, I would probably still go with double aught buck. Even though the slug and the buckshot was really cool to look at, really cool to shoot, I still am gonna have to go with the double aught buck, or maybe even the one buckshot, because you have big pellets and a lot of them. You have 16 compared to 9. So thanks for watching. That's my video. Please subscribe. If you have any questions or want me to do ideas for future videos, please leave a comment below.